what's your name?
Luke.
Luke?
Yeah.
And tell me, Luke, what do you really want to be?
Bio.
A firefighter?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you want to be a firefighter?
Because the nature dog.
Because why?
Dalmatian.
Because of the Dalmatians?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really fun, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a firehouse?
No.
But you think it's exciting?
Yeah.
Can you tell us your name?
Allison.
Allison. And what do you want to be? What's your big, big dream?
Ballerina.
You want to be a ballerina. What makes you want to be a ballerina?
My sister.
Anything else you want to tell us about being a ballerina?
When I was a baby, I was a ballerina.
When you were a baby, you were a ballerina? I bet you were the cutest ballerina ever. Tell us about your dream. What do you want to be?
Police.
You want to be a policeman? Soleil, what do you want to be? What's your big, big dream? A what?
Police officer.
You want to be a police officer? And what do you want to be? What's your big dream?
Police officer.
You also want to be a police officer. Why do you want to be one?
I want a police officer car.
Oh, because you want the car?
Because I like to catch bad guys.
Oh, you want to catch the bad guys. That's a really good idea. Have you always wanted to be a police officer? How old are you?
4.
So for 4 years you've wanted to be a police officer? What's your big dream?
Being an electrical engineer.
An electrical engineer? Tell us about that.
I would really like to be an electrical engineer because I like working with like circuit boards and all of that, like wires and stuff.
How'd you get interested in that?
It's when I was in science lab, they showed, actually in a field trip, they showed us all like a board with like parallel, and I was really interested in that.
Cool. And what do you want to do with that? What would you like to do as an electrical engineer?
I would like to put up lights because I like putting stuff up because I always like constructing stuff.
All right, Patrick, and what's your big dream?
My big dream is to become the world's best video game designer.
And what kind of games do you want to design?
I want to design like RPG games and stuff like that.
Cool. Have you designed any games so far?
No. But my parents are thinking about getting a Windows computer for me so I can actually design my own games on the computer.
That's pretty cool. Elio, what's your big dream?
To be a teacher and a rock climber.
A teacher and a rock climber. Do you want to teach rock climbing or do you want to teach something different and be a rock climber?
Teach rock climbing.
Very cool. Have you done rock climbing before?
Yes.
Why do you want to be a rock climbing instructor?
Because I've made it to nationals.
And why do you want to teach rock climbing?
I just love the sport.
And you want to teach other people about it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you taught anybody so far?
My teammates.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about rock climbing?
Probably when you're having trouble on it and you figure it out.
And what's your big dream?
To be a famous artist.
An artist? What kind of an artist?
I don't really know.
Why do you want to be a famous artist?
Because when I found out when I drew something, I keep on getting better on it, so I love doing that.
That makes sense. Have you had any of your artwork in any exhibits or hung up anywhere?
I had one of my second grade pictures, painting, hung up in a kid's museum.
Cool. And what grade are you in now?
4th.
4th. So you're already a famous artist. You're just going to get better. And tell us all about your big dream.
My big dream is to be an open heart surgeon.
Really? How come?
It's because I was watching these shows and it kind of got me interested a bit. And then once I started to think about it, I knew where I was going to be to grow up.
What shows were you watching? Do you remember?
Untold Stories of the ER.
I want to be a heart surgeon.
It's good for a good cause, and it just sounds pretty good on helping other people because they helped you.
Have you ever thought about being another kind of surgeon, or you definitely want to work with the heart?
I want to work with the heart.
I think that's great. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
I'd actually want to study the blood, the human blood.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you for sharing your big dream.
You're welcome.
My name is Kason Jenkins. I'm a 4th grade student at Linden Elementary School.
All right, Kason, and what's your big dream?
My big dream is to play college football at Clemson University.
Very cool. Why Clemson?
T. Higgins inspired me to be a Clemson Tiger who used to be an Oak Ridge Wildcat. Now he is at Clemson.
So you've got his number on?
Yes.
Do you play football now?
Yes.
What position?
Running back and defensive end.
I'm Xavier Harper, and I am a 4th grade student at Linden Elementary School, and I am 10 years old.
All right, and tell us all about your big dream.
I want to be on the USA team and be in the Olympics in 2024, because ever since I was three, I've been wanting to do gymnastics, and when it was almost my birthday, my mom gave me this big surprise. She made me do gymnastics at Premier Athletics. Right here, this shirt, right here.
I'm Cambry Hickson. I'm a 4th grader at Linden Elementary School.
All right, Cambry, and what's your big dream?
To be a teacher.
A teacher. What kind of a teacher?
I would like to be a kindergarten teacher.
How come?
Because through, kindergartners, it's their first year, and they're always ready to learn. There are some perks to it, but they're always ready to learn. They're always excited, and it's just fun teaching kindergartners.
What do you think your favorite part of teaching would be?
Just how sweet the kids are. They're always supportive, and sometimes they just, when you don't know that they're happy or that they know it's your birthday, they just surprise you with all these presents, and it's fun.
That's true.
Being a teacher is a hard work. It takes a lot of hard work, and whenever you're teaching kids, as they grow up, you're teaching them that they can be anything, and that no matter what, they can achieve their dreams. Like, I wanted to be a teacher, and when I achieve that, I want them to achieve their dreams.
I think that's wonderful. What's your big dream?
My big dream is to become a Marine.
A Marine? How come you want to be a Marine?
Well, it started, in my family when my grandfather and my Uncle Tommy. My Uncle Tommy, he was in the Marine Corps, and my grandfather, he was in the Air Force, and one of my dad's brothers, he was in the Army, and
So you've got a lot of military in your family.
yeah.
How come you want to be in the Marines as opposed to the other ones?
Well, the reason that I want to be in the Marines is because of my brother. He's in the Marines right now. And I don't know, I just like how they handle conflict and all that.
What's your big dream, Jaden?
To become a singer.
A singer? What kind of songs?
Any songs, actually. I really don't care.
Do you do a lot of singing now?
No, I used to when I was 4 or 5.
Yeah, and how old are you now?
I'm
8? So why do you want to be a singer?
8. It was just a natural dream from birth, I guess. I don't know.
So you've always done a lot of singing? Are you in the chorus here?
No.
No. Do you sing on the side, on your own? What's your big dream?
To be a veterinarian,
A veterinarian? How come?
because I love animals.
Yeah? Do you have any animals at home?
I have a pet turtle,
A turtle? What's his name? Or her name?
Myrtle.
Myrtle. Myrtle the turtle. Have you always wanted to be a veterinarian?
No, not always. First, I wanted to be a teacher,
Yeah.
and then I wanted to be
And how come you decided to switch?
because I want to be around animals and help them.
Do you know what kind of animals you want to work with? Big animals, small animals? Dogs and cats. What's your big dream?
Being a martial arts master.
A martial arts master. Why do you want to do that?
Well, Because I've been learning karate for a pretty long time. In fact, for a year now.
For a whole year. And how old are you?
6 years old.
6 years old, and you've already been doing it for a year? Why did you start doing martial arts?
Well, my mom thought I might like it, and so I do now.
And you want to?
I used to be scared, but now I'm not. I've done it for a year now, so I'm not scared now.
You're used to it. And so what do you want to do with your career? Do you want to teach other children? Do you want to compete in the Olympics? What do you want to do?
Compete in the Olympics. Well, I want to earn my black belt and be able to own my own dojo.
And what's your big dream?
I actually like to be a gymnastics coach because I love gymnastics.
Yeah? Do you do gymnastics now?
I used to do. Yeah, but I changed my mind because I quit gymnastics because it wasn't easy enough. So I started to become a doctor.
So do you want to be a doctor also? Do you want to be a doctor who works with athletes? That sounds like a really good dream. What is your big dream?
I want to be an artist or an illustrator.
Do you do any art or illustrations now?
I just draw because every single time I draw, my parents love my drawings and they say that I think you want to be an artist or an illustrator.
Why do you like so much about drawing?
I like it because there's a bunch of colors and you can be creative.
Tell us about your big dream.
I dream to be a librarian or a teacher someday.
Really? Why?
Because I like to read and librarians read sometimes. And I also like to help people find things. So that's another thing why I'd want to be a librarian. I'd also want to be a teacher because usually for students they get this spark in their eyes when they find out something new.
What's your big dream?
My big dream is to become an astronomer.
An astronomer? What makes you so excited about astronomy?
Well, one of the things I want to do is to find a planet that is like Earth or go out of the galaxy and do it.
Cool. So do you want to be an astronaut also and go travel to other places?
That's
or just
what
study?
I meant by astronomer.
So you do want to go on
Yes.
spaceships and travel?
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite real constellation?
I like the Little Dipper
How come?
because it's like the younger version of somebody that's doing good things. That's what I thought about it. Because a dipper will serve somebody soup, rice, or somebody who needs water can use water out of it. And so a kid could do that, but that's not usually the case.
Tell us all about your big dream.
My dream is to become a firefighter
A firefighter? How come?
because I want to stop big fires and save lives.
That's a great reason. Have you ever been to a fire station or in a fire truck?
No, well, I have seen a fire truck and seen inside of it. The reason I wanted to become a firefighter is because one day there was a big fire next to my house, and firefighters came running and stopping the fire.
And you thought I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
I think that's a great dream. What's your big dream?
To be a fashion designer?
Ooh, a fashion designer. Why do you want to be a fashion designer?
Because my Nana, she has a sewing machine, and I want to make clothes, but I don't know how, and my Nana said she would teach me.
Have you designed any clothes yet?
Yes, mate. There's this rapper, Twitch, his name is, and my dad works with him, and I designed a shirt for him that says his name all across and lace.
That's pretty cool. Tell us all about your big dream.
My big dream is to be a vet
A vet? How come?
because I want to save lives, and if there wasn't any vet alive, there would be no living things kind of. There wouldn't be a lot of dogs around, there wouldn't be a lot of cats, and a lot of people like animals to take care of.
That's true. Do you have any animals yourself?
No, I used to have.
And
What?
is that what made you want to be a vet?
Yeah.
All right, Bryson, can you tell us all about your big dream?
I want to be an architect.
An architect. Have you always wanted to be an architect?
No, but our STEM teacher, Mr. Livesey, has introduced Revit to me, and I just kind of fell in love.
Do you have any architectural inspiration?
I really like modern house design, and my uncle is an architect, and my grandma's an interior designer.
All right, Hannah, tell us all about your big dream.
I want to be a geneticist.
A geneticist. How'd you get interested in that?
I've done presentations on genetics before, and my obsession with them mainly started in 5th grade when we first started learning about them.
And what makes it so exciting to you?
It's just sort of the way that genetics influence all the different traits humans or animals might have. It really appeals.
And what do you want to do with it? What's your goal other than to be a geneticist?
I'm not sure, mainly to maybe figure out something that could eventually help people in the future if they have certain traits.
All right, Aiden, what's your big dream?
To be a professional soccer player.
How'd you get interested in that?
It was when I was a little kid. My mom and dad used to have a computer, so I would look up videos, and then I popped up of soccer, so I just started to watch soccer videos.
Do you play soccer now? What position?
I like goalkeepers, defender.
Do you have a favorite soccer club?
Real Madrid.
All right, Titus, and what's your big dream?
My big dream is to be a teacher.
What kind of a teacher?
I can't decide yet, but either a math or a science teacher.
Cool. Do you have any teachers in your family? How come you want to be a teacher?
I don't have any teachers in my family, but I just want to be a teacher.
Okay. Do you know what grades you want to teach? Elementary, high school, middle school?
I was thinking 3rd grade.
3rd grade?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to teach math and science?
Yes.
Why those subjects?
Because those are probably my favorite when I was at that age.
Okay.
The reason why I wanted to do it is I just thought it looked like a lot of fun. And it inspired me to do it.
That's great.
So, yeah.
All right, number 10, what's your big dream?
Well, I have 2 big dreams. My number 1 is to become a lawyer. My second one is to be a marine biologist if the lawyer thing doesn't happen.
If it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what kind of law you want to go into?
Not really.
Maybe you could do environmental law.
Yeah.
Or you could do marine biology and law together.
Yeah, that'd be a good combination of my 2 dreams, yeah.
And why marine biologist?
Well, I've always had, an interest in marine stuff. Like, look at the blobfish, It's this strange looking thing, but it's really interesting, And just studying about aquatic animals is just pretty interesting.
All right, Mario, and what is your big dream? What do you want to do?
My big dream is to become an astronomer.
An astronomer? How did you get interested in astronomy?
Well, it started off by watching YouTube videos, all these theories on aliens, and then then I started getting into more of the planets and stuff. So that's why I want to be an astronomer.
That's awesome. Do you go outside at night and look at the stars a lot?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked through a telescope? And what's your big dream?
My big dream is to become a professional dancer and a nuclear engineer.
Wow, both of those things. What kind of dance do you like to do?
Pretty much everything from tap, ballet, hip hop, jazz, and lyrical.
And tell us about the nuclear engineering thing. How'd you get into that?
Well, my grandfather is a nuclear engineer, and I've always loved the thought of building something with computers or creating something. I've always loved the thought of just making something and putting 2 and 2 together with math. It's just something I like to do.
All right, Emily, what's your big dream?
Well, I want to run a family hotel, like a family-friendly hotel. It'll have a pool, water slide. It'll be kind of awesome.
That does sound really awesome.
It is going to be awesome. I'd like to be around family so I can celebrate holidays with them and have my own family.
How come you got into the idea of being a hotel operator?
Well, it's been going on for years since I was younger. I was probably 4 maybe. And we were some friends of mine from church. We hang out together a whole lot when we're 4. And I had this notebook, and I would just doodle in it sometimes. And one time, a friend was like, let's play hotel. And we started drawing up plans for a hotel. And I guess that's kind of how it started.
Tell us all about your big dream.
Well, I want to be a teacher.
A teacher. Do you know what kind of teacher you want to be? Elementary, high school, middle school?
I want to be a elementary school teacher.
Yeah, and why do you want to be an elementary school teacher?
Because those kids aren't bad.
And you think that you can keep them that way?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you always wanted to be a teacher? What makes it so appealing to you?
Teachers, they got like a lot of responsibilities, but it's kind of fun being a teacher.
Yeah, what do you think the most fun part would be?
Teaching.
My big dream is to go to school, go to college, and work in the, whatever it's called, of engineering.
So you want to be an engineer?
I want to be a mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
And I want to be a computer engineer.
Cool.
I don't know how long that takes though.
Oh, it'll take some time, but it's okay. You've got time. You're still young. Why do you want to be an engineer?
Because I like to build stuff. I like to build Legos. And I built a robot before. No, it was like I bought it in a kit, and it was pretty cool.
My big dream is to go to, after high school, go to college to work in working, like how to build a business and all that. And then after I graduate from business, go to cosmetology school and go on from there and build up to where I can make my own business.
So you're an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Have you always been interested in your own business and making your own money?
Yeah, I like working with people who communicating.
Well, tell us all about your big dream.
Alright, well, I do want to go to college. I wanted to go here in Tennessee to UT. They have a good veterinarian program. So that's like almost 8 years of college, but I want to be able to open my own practice. So I actually started younger. I started shadowing for a veterinarian. So that's personally what I want to do. I want to work with animals. I actually got accepted for it was like this medical thing in Boston, Massachusetts. So hopefully that might help me go into UT. But I mean, I'll be going to Rowan State. I did get the Tennessee Promise email and stuff like that. So that would be what I'm doing.
Have you always wanted to be a vet?
Yes, it's never really changed. I don't think I could really work with people. I like working with animals. I don't know, I think it's just interesting being able to fix something that can't tell you what's wrong. It's this kind of the idea and the puzzle of it, trying to be able to fix something you can't understand.
And what's your big dream, Mason?
To become an actress.
Have you always wanted to be an actress?
Oh yes, definitely. Ever since I was 6 years old, dancing in the mirror, singing and acting and trying to be a princess, but it didn't really work out that well.
Why do you always want to be an actress? What was so appealing about it?
Because you get to be somebody else. You get to express someone else, and I don't know, you just get to express someone else and be who you want to be without someone judging you.
Have you been involved in theater?
Oh yes. I actually started theater my freshman year through Maskers. I started backstage, makeup, and costuming. And then my junior year, I started Dearly Beloved. I was Patsy Price. And then I also was an Oz citizen for Wizard of Oz. And I just got done with the show for Dearly Beloved. I was Reverend Hooker. And hopefully I get the part for Music Man.
Tell us all about your big dream.
I want to get my bachelor's in Homeland Security or Intelligence, and I want to do ROTC all 4 years through college.
What about the Homeland Intelligence and Security is so interesting to you?
I really want to serve my country, but maybe not be on the front lines.
Has this always been a dream of yours, or is it something recent that you've been more and more involved in ROTC?
Actually, up until the beginning of this school year in August, I wanted to be a dentist. But since ROTC, I've decided to change that.
To serve my country in the United States Army.
And have you always wanted to be a soldier, or is that a newer thing as you're involved in the ROTC here?
No, I got that from my dad when I was very young.
Was your dad a soldier or in a different branch of the military?
He was in the Army. He's a major.
Okay. And why did you choose that branch? Obviously, there are many different ways you could have served your country. So I know your dad was part of it, but was that the only reason, or was there more to it?
I want to jump out of planes.